Alrighty.
Yes, yay. We are official now. All right. How's it, everybody? I'll give people a few minutes to find us. It's already 6:59. Oh, it's 7. It's 7 exactly. Yes, we made it. Okay. 7 o'clock exactly. How's it, everybody? This is Healing Hawaii with Karen Kaulana. I'm Karen Kaulana. I'm so happy to see you guys. It's been a minute. It's been a while. I've been actually off, except last Sunday I came back on. This Sunday I came back on for 2 special events that are going on. So I'm so excited to have Victoria and Nina here to talk about their event. Welcome, Victoria Kinard and Nina Gaines. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Karen.
Sure, you're very welcome. I'm so happy Victoria reached out to me, and I am excited to hear all about your event. I know it's gone through many transitions and changes, but I'm sure it's going to be still awesome and fun. So I can't wait to talk about it and hear all about it tonight. So for those of you coming on, this is Healing Hawaii with Karen Kaulana. My guests are Victoria Kinard and Nina Gaines, and they are with the Haunted Trolley Graveyard. Ooh, that sounds interesting. The Haunted Trolley Graveyard, which is opening soon, right? When do you guys like open or start?
It actually opened last night.
Oh, you did already. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's so awesome. Okay, wait. So when did you guys open? Last night?
Yes. Last night at 7 to, well, it wasn't to 11:30. We actually had so many people come that we ended up going about 2 hours over the time that we were gonna end.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great. That means a lot of people know about it, heard about it, and are coming. So that is great. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear all about it. I hope all of you are hopping on this live so that you can hear about it too. I'm so excited to interview Nina and Victoria and hear about the Haunted Trolley Graveyard, how they're keeping it safe for everybody, what kind of event this is, where to go, cost, all of that stuff. So you're going to find that out tonight. But I always start off my show with something positive, like an opening prayer, blessing, affirmation, chant, something. So I'm a Catholic girl, so I'm going to default to my blessing, but this is for all, anybody, everyone. But we'll just take a quick moment to take a breath. Be grateful for breathing. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for the many blessings that are in our lives. Sometimes we don't pause and take that breath and stand in gratitude for everything that is good. And I just want to open up and just say that we lift our hearts up to the Creator of all, whatever name that might be for you. For me, it's our Father in heaven. And we humbly ask that you continue to bless us all with safety, wellness, good health, protection, answered prayer. And we ask for blessings for this event, for the event that I interviewed the folks last week, Sunday, at Kaimuki High School Performing Arts Center, for all the Halloween events that are going on. We ask you to bless all the people that are involved. They only aim to bring fun and entertainment to people that truly need something that brings them joy, even if it might be scary. And we ask just for protection, safety, health, and wellness for those that are putting these events on and for those that attend these events, that all may go well, all may be safe, and all may have a good time, that there is much success to go around. And we praise you, we love you, and we thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, Nina and Victoria. I'm so excited. First, okay, let me hear a little bit about your backgrounds. I know Victoria, I've interviewed her before. I know she's a very talented actress. But Victoria, tell me a little bit more about you, and then I'll go to Nina, who I'm meeting for the first time, and I want to hear about you and your background. And Victoria, what are you doing now? What are you involved in? All of that stuff, and how you got involved with this event.
Okay. So when you last interviewed me, I was still a Windward Community College student. I am
Yes.
now at UH Manoa. I'm a theater student there. I'm actually a senior, so I will be graduating soon in the upcoming semester.
Congratulations. Awesome.
you.
Wow.
Thank you. And then I got involved with this. It was actually shared to us by our department chair, as well as a few teachers, to the theater department at UH Manoa. And that's how I and a couple of friends of mine found out about it. And we ended up going to the audition together. So that's how I ended up getting involved in this.
Wow. Awesome. So there was a lot of theater students involved in this event by auditioning.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. See, I love how actors can use their skills in all different areas. So that's so awesome. And congratulations about getting your theater
you.
degree. So awesome. All right, Nina Gaze, tell me how you're involved and tell me a little bit about you and your background.
Right, of course. So I am actually a junior at San Diego State University. I'm currently doing online there, but I was living there. I am born and raised from Hawaii. I moved to college there. And then when COVID hit, it hit my family business very hard, which is the Waikiki Trolley. So this summer I decided to move back home and to just help out with the family. And yeah, so the production is actually made by Waikiki Trolley, which, like I said, is my family business. And so I guess that's how I obtained my position as the production management. And yeah.
Oh, awesome. So was this your family idea to use your business, the Trolley, to do something for Halloween? Whose idea was this?
Yeah, more or less. So my mom, who is the CEO and president of Waikiki Trolley, she, for a while now, has actually wanted to turn the company from transportation into some form of like an entertainment company. And so, yeah, so one day, the vice president, his name's Lawrence Kim, and my dad, they were walking through the warehouse where they store all of the trolleys. And as they're walking through, they're like, holy crap, this is super creepy. Like, this would be a great like haunted attraction. And so after just that one simple idea, it soon flourished into this immense, large, production with over, I want to say 30 hands working on it. It's been great. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That is really, really, really awesome. That is so awesome that you guys are doing this. That's a brilliant idea. I love the idea of using the trolleys. Now, I know you originally had one idea and then it transpired to some others and the venues has changed. So where is your event located now? And tell us about it.
Right, of course. So now we are located at Sea Life Park, which is obviously quite different in environments. So we were working at the warehouse, which is actually our base yard. That's where we store the trolleys, like I said. We were working there for up to 3 months, working all the lighting, the sound, getting it all together. And then it wasn't until a week prior to our actual opening date that we were notified that we can no longer open due to, unforeseen circumstances, just everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And so we put so many hours into that place. We were like, we're not going to give up. We're going to try to figure out another alternative. And luckily, we are actually close family friends with the owners of Sea Life Park. And they're very familiar with the cause and that we were donating a portion to the Hawaii Food Bank and Goodwill and just things like that. And so they very thankfully came and they saved the day. And they said, you know what? Sure, you can have your attraction here. You can go in this areas. And then we worked it out within a week. And that's the Sea Life Park location now. So
wow, that's awesome. That's how it all worked out. And
Yeah.
how, and okay, so you guys are at Sea Life Park, but you brought the trolleys there.
No, no. So the
Oh.
attraction is actually, yeah, the attraction is within the park. So with there being all like the animals and stuff, we obviously want to be as least intrusive as we can be. So
Got
we
it.
didn't feel comfortable. Yeah, we didn't feel comfortable bringing in the trolleys or anything like that, or even just in regards to like certain lightings and stuff. So that's why so the name is confusing because it is the haunted trolley graveyard, even though there's no longer trolleys involved. But we ultimately decided to keep the name because it is produced by a trolley company. So yeah.
Got it. Produced by the Waikiki Trolley. So therefore it's
Correct.
called the Haunted Trolley Graveyard. But the event
Yep.
is now at Sea Life Park within the park.
Mhm.
So tell us about the event. What is the experience that people can expect?
Well, Victoria, you're actually in it. She's scaring people within it all the time. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, well, it is an escape challenge meets haunted house, essentially.
Ooh.
When people go through it, they can expect multiple scares along the way in between these challenges, but there will be challenges where they have to play a little game to try to figure out a code to a box that will give them a clue to the next, to finding Detective Jenkins. And that's essentially the whole goal of when people go through it, is to find Detective Jenkins. And essentially his backstory is that he went to investigate these murders in this warehouse, but now it's at Sea Life Park. He went to investigate these murders by himself, and he ended up getting captured by all of the dead people in this location. And so now everybody else has to come as his backup to save him. And yeah, that's what the escape challenges are for.
Wow, that's so unique. So it's an escape challenge with combined with the haunted house. I love this idea. This
Yeah.
is so awesome. That is really cool. So how long is the whole experience, and do people come in groups, and is there a limit to how many groups go through at a time? How does this work?
Right, of course. Oh no, do you want to take it, Victoria?
So I'll let you tell them how long it actually is, because I never knew the answer to that because I'm in the beginning. But for as far, people do go in groups, and then usually it'll be about 2 groups at a time, because we do have to allow a certain amount of time for each challenge. So there's multiple challenges throughout it. It is a walkthrough. So yeah, we have to allow the time in between for groups to get through each challenge. But how long is it, Nina?
Oh yeah. So it actually depends on how quick it takes for people to, go through the challenges, right? If you're going through the challenges relatively quickly, you can get out of there within, I'd say, 15 minutes. But if you're obviously not getting the challenges and you can't get out right away, then it could be as much as like 22 minutes or so along those lines. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Got it. What age level is for this? Is this for?
So it is recommended for ages 12 plus. Kids can come, but it's just at parental guidance. It is relatively, it does have some gruesome nature to it, which is why we put that age limit. And then as well as the difficulty level of some of our challenges.
Got it.
Yeah, we're not necessarily sure that like a group of 8-year-olds would get it right away. So that's why we have it set at 12 plus.
I actually am working from home, and I got an interruption, but so I have to go address this, and I'm so sorry this is happening live. This never happens. But can you guys still continue and speak to how the process of how you put this together, your role, Victoria, and the cost and information for people? Can you guys do that?
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
Oh, that would be awesome. I will be right back. I can't wait for you guys to hear all about this. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Back to the age limit thing. We do enjoy scaring the children anyway. If you bring your children, we will not pull back. We will not pull back on our scares. Sorry about that, but that is the reality. We will not pull back.
Yep, exactly. And also keep in mind, at the very front of the attraction, they are serving alcoholic beverages for people to enjoy. So that just adds to the, maturity level of the whole event. Yeah. So Victoria, you're in it. Like I said earlier, you're a scarer in it. I'm just behind the scenes, obviously. So I'm not there to actually see people's faces. What is it like?
Last night was really great. I got to scare groups multiple times within the same section because there are lots of little nooks and crannies for me to hide behind and do a little jumping. I kind of play like this zombie person who kind of just like follows them around and within like the first challenge, and then the person who's in charge of the challenge, she will actually be instructing them how to do it, and I'll be kind of guiding them to make sure that they do follow what she's saying. Yeah, that's kind of a little more into my role, and it's been really great. I've enjoyed scaring them. We've all kind of enjoyed scaring them in that little section and hearing them scream and seeing their faces as soon as they like stop and like jump back. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
No, something I want to bring up that Victoria is actually not, is that she does this crazy move where she will go on her back. I don't even know how to what to describe it. I think it's called, yeah, she does a back bend and she just screams and laughs in people's faces with the blood. It's crazy. That's probably like my favorite scare of the whole attraction, truthfully. Does it hurt your back doing that? Like time?
No, actually, that doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt my back at all. But then the one thing that does hurt is that I'll stay in a squatted position after that so that I can like be beneath their feet, because I noticed that being below them is what freaks them out, because usually people aren't at that level. So when they see something coming at them from below them, they kind of get scared. So that will kind of hurt like my legs and things, but then I just stretch them out and massage them and they're fine.
Yeah, that's good. Good to hear. Alrighty, so
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, hey.
I'm so sorry. It's crazy today. Oh my gosh, all these crazy things are happening. But anyway, must be in the Halloween spirit. Okay, so you guys were able to share about your event, a little of that experience. How much does it cost? Were you able to share that?
No, not yet. So it is $25 a ticket, and that is the base price. No discounts for children. However, we are offering military discounts.
Okay. Military discounts, $25 per person, no matter what age, recommended for 12 and up. And do you take people in groups?
As Victoria was mentioning earlier, right? For the sake of timing, and then not only timing, but primarily we do this to stay within COVID-19 guidelines. We're only allowing a certain amount of people to actually enter the attraction at a time. And so within each group, it's up to 10 people, no more than that, right? Because like we said, we just want to avoid the crowds as much as possible, and things like that. Yeah.
Got it. And how are you keeping it safe with all the COVID, within the COVID guidelines and stuff? So what are your COVID safety protocols?
Yeah, so the attraction is outdoors. So that is one thing that is definitely, makes it a lot safer, the open air. All guests must wear masks. All of our actors and staff are actually vaccinated. And if not vaccinated, then they must provide proof of a negative COVID test before attending work. And then even in regards to our guests, you don't have to, this is the new mandate of the government now, because we are outdoors. You don't necessarily have to provide proof of your vaccination or a negative test to enter the attraction. However, as I was telling Victoria earlier, at the front, we do it's called the Beach Boy Lanai, which is actually provided by Sea Life Park. They do offer lounging and alcoholic beverages and snacks and food. And so, if you wish to lounge in that area, then you must provide your proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. Otherwise, you could just do your standard takeout, but you can't consume any of the products within the park. It has to be outside. So,
Okay, that's good to know, because some people might want to hang out in the lounge area and stuff. So that's really, really cool. Oh my gosh, it just sounds like an awesome event. I want to hear about the auditions and the process of getting the actors, the scare actors, the people that are participating. What was that like, Victoria? Were you speaking to that when I was gone, or what did I miss?
No.
Okay, okay.
We did not talk about the auditions. So I was really, really nervous about the audition. As any actor would be, you're nervous at an audition, especially if you really want to get into something like this. I've never done any type of scare acting. I've done theater. I've done a little bit of background acting on film, but I've never done scare acting. So this was something really new for me. But when I came, we actually had somebody in front who's still working with us, Jordan. She was really good at relaxing us. She would give us water and she would have us fill out the paperwork, and she'd be like, don't be nervous at all. There's no reason to be nervous. Nina and Josh are very understanding. And just very chill in general. And so when I actually got inside for the audition, it was a lot of improv, which I was a little more comfortable with, knowing that it was improv. So in the very first thing that I had to do was pretend that I was getting possessed. So that was pretty fun. The concept was I was opening up a book and some spirit or anything would be possessing me. So I had to act how I would behave if I were getting possessed. That was the first thing. And then the next thing was reading lines for one of the characters for one of the challenges, because some people do have lines to help along with the challenges. So that was the next part. And then the part after that, I was playing a zombie munching on a skeleton, and I had to turn and notice them and react however I would if I noticed people coming by while I was munching on this human. So I kind of just like jumped at them and growled. And then the last part was me awakening when people are walking by and asking for them to help me, and then I get pulled underneath the trolley and basically scream. So that was that last part. In general, it was really releasing because you get to scream and you get to be wild, and it was really fun.
Wow. Yeah, as an actress myself, I would love that, because you could just like break free and just really let go and try all different things, and yeah, get wild like you said, and that's really cool. So that's awesome. How many people are involved in this event? Like how many actors or people that are participating or putting this on?
So our total number of casts, so people acting, is 21.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's relatively a good sized production. And then outside of that, with the people checking in and then the exit crew, I think that's an additional 10 people, more or less. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's super cool. And because it's at Sea Life Park, is there interaction with any of the animal exhibits?
No.
No. Okay, so it's not part of that.
No.
That is completely unallowed. The guests are not allowed. We are going to give them little flashlights, a couple per group, and they are not allowed to shine the lights at the animals at all. They're not allowed to stop at any of the animal exhibits. It is completely for the safety of the animals. We're putting their safety as our priority right now.
Got it. Okay, got it. Got it. But I'm excited about this event. Now, you guys opened last night, you said, right?
Yeah.
And what
sold
are your
out.
Wow, sold out. And what are your dates and time frame for your event?
Right. So we are every Friday and Saturday for the remainder of October, and then Halloween night. So I believe that's like the 22nd, the 23rd, and then the 29th, 30th, 31st.
Got it. So 5 more nights that they can come. Friday, Saturday for both the next weekends, and then the Sunday for Halloween. And what time does it start and what time does it end?
It starts at 7 p.m. and then it ends at 11:30. Though last night we went till 1 a.m., but it is supposed to end at 11:30.
Wow. Wow. That's so cool. What was it like last night, since that was your first night? And this is a brand new event that's never been done before, right? So
Yeah.
that was the first of the first ever. What was that like? How was that experience?
Okay. We have a variety of different types of groups that come in. We have the people who try to act tough and like they're not going to be scared. So we specifically try to scare those groups. We try to do whatever we can to like change it up. And it's a lot of improv, like I said. So we try to do whatever we can to scare those groups. And then we have the people who are easily scared, and that they're also a lot of fun because they hype us up into being more scary. Yeah, and I specifically, whenever groups would come through, during my first part of the scare, I would notice who was the most scared, who flinched or jumped back behind someone, and I would target them so that I could scare them more. And they
Oh
hated
my
that. And they also
gosh.
loved it. Oh, I
That's
would target
brutal.
them and I would jump up at them more often so that they would hide behind someone or get more scared. So I was basically casing out the people that I needed to target, or even the people who tried to act like they weren't scared. It was very satisfying when I was able to get them. Yeah,
Oh
last
my
night was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Wow. What was the
Yeah.
feedback like? Did people enjoy it? Did people have a good time?
Yeah. Honestly, we had all very positive feedback, all around, really. I think people just right now, especially during these hard times, they're really just looking for something that is, COVID safe, and then as well as, getting that, I don't know, you want to call it the energy of just being out and about and doing things. Like, I think that's something that everyone's kind of missing at the moment. So it was just a ton of fun. It's a ton of great energy all around. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. And did anybody freak out?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, they did. And the only reason I'm asking is because I'm a scaredy cat. Like, I get scared like really easily. I'd be one of the ones freaked out and worried, and like Victoria would be scaring me left and right. And I would be like freaking out. So like that's why I asked if people freaked out. But they made it through, right? They made it through without
Yes.
breaking down. Okay. How were the challenges as far as the escape challenges and getting the code to unlock the box? And um how was that? Did that go well? Did everybody get those challenges? Did some people not be able to get the breakout challenge?
So
Um,
yeah, Victoria, what would you say about your specific challenge? Don't give anything away though. But
yeah. I was like, I can't speak for other challenges and I won't spoil this challenge at all. But for this specific challenge, I would say people kind of got it. There were some people in the group who had done something like it before and they realized what they needed to do. And then other people found the instructions a little bit confusing. Although I think one of the main issues was that people were overthinking it. So people were thinking that this was a lot more complicated than it actually was. And then we do have a timer, and we have other people doing a specific screen to let us know that the time is up so that we can give them the code and so that they can move on so that we can let the next group in. But I think a lot of people did kind of struggle with this because, like I said, they were overthinking it. So my advice would be to really listen closely to the instructions, and they're a lot simpler than you think.
yeah.
Got it. Okay, that's good advice. How many challenges are there?
There are 4.
Mhm.
4. Okay. Sounds good. And then
Yeah.
how often do you let in the groups? Like, is it every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or how often do you let groups in?
So how we do it is, it really depends. Like I said, it really depends on how fast people go through, right? Because we don't want the groups to meet up with each other. So we really play it by ear a lot of times. And how we've been doing it was, once they complete the first challenge, then you can let the next group in. So that's kind of how we've been doing it.
Got it. So it depends on how long that first group takes
Mhm.
to complete it. And once they pass, then the next group can come through.
Mhm.
So, but it sounds like you guys went through a lot of people last night. So
Yeah.
that is awesome. And all safely, 10 at max 10 at a time.
Mhm.
And so that's great. That is really wonderful. It sounds like such a fun event though. I love the idea of the breakout challenge with the haunted house. I think that is really, really cool.
You gotta check it out.
Yeah, but I'm so scared. I don't know if I can make it.
Come with a group. It'll be a lot more fun if you come with people that you know.
That's true, but I'm still gonna get freaked out. So I don't know. But what was I gonna ask you? Oh, have you, either of you, Nina or Victoria, been involved in haunted houses before?
No, actually, I was mentioning that earlier that I have not been in any scare acting before.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was your first time. You said like auditioning for something like this, right? And so so neither of you, so this is your first experience. Have you been to haunted houses or haunted experiences before?
I can't stand haunted houses.
That is too funny, Nina.
Yeah. I think the last time I went to a haunted house, I think I was like 12 years old and I cried the entire time and I've just been traumatized. So no, I don't even like horror movies a lot of times. But now here I am working at one.
I'm here. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Nina.
Weirdly enough, I am the exact same way. And I also cried at one when I was younger. I also do not like haunted houses or horror movies or anything like that. But I think being behind the scenes of one has actually made me less scared of them because I know that they're all humans and we all goof around behind the scenes, and when we're having fun while we're not working, it's just a lot of fun to be with them. So I feel like I would be able to survive one now, knowing what I know.
Got it. Got it. And I wanted to ask you, what scares each of you? Because everyone has like, do you have any fears or anything that really freaks you out or scares you? You know, some people, they have fear of heights. They have fear of certain things. They might have fear of clowns. They might have fear of certain things that just freak them out or scare them. What are your fears or what scares you?
So my biggest fear is spiders. I do not do spiders in any context. I can't even look at pictures of them. I hate spiders. I do not like spiders at all.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think spiders are scary at all. So that's really interesting to me. But I am like very claustrophobic. I hate small spaces. I hate water slides. Specifically, no, the ones that are enclosed and like you can't see the end of it, those freak me out. I don't know why, but out of everything in the whole world, zombies, no. Ghosts, not really. Bugs, no. It's
You say zombies and things, but Nina actually did a walkthrough of our haunted house during one of our rehearsals because we were having them walk through, the crew and them walk through, and Nina walked through by herself and she was so scared. She was so scared of all of us. We were having so much fun.
Wow.
Okay, I'm jumpy. I'm jumpy, okay? That's one thing for sure.
Now, Nina, did you direct this? Was there a director?
Yeah, so I would say the main directors have been me and my dad in this whole process. His name's Josh.
Wow, shout out to your dad, Josh. Yay.
Yes. He's over there, I think.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so $25, 12 years old and up. And it is this coming Friday and Saturday night, starting at 7, you said?
Yeah.
Starting at 7, going to 11:30, might go later if there's more people in line. And Friday, Saturday, and then next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, including Halloween. Can people wear costumes? Can they come in costumes? Are there any rules?
Of course, we would love that.
Last night, the last few groups came in like a little bit of costumes. They had like rather than a regular mask, they had a face costume mask on, or some would have a little bit of a costume on. So that was also really cool to see.
Wow, awesome. Are face masks required?
For guests, yes. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, face mask required, but you will provide the flashlights. And it sounds like really, really fun. It sounds like such a great challenge. I love this idea.
I think, yeah, it's a ton of fun. I'm obviously biased. I work at it, but I mean, I was just telling, me and my friends, like, wow, I would go through this because this just sounds like a ton of fun. Yeah. And I think something, yeah.
That's saying a lot because you just told us how scared you are of it, of things like this. So the fact that you find it fun and you would go through it, that's really cool.
Totally. Yeah.
What was the age range of the people that came last night?
Last night we had a couple of middle schoolers with their parents, obviously, and we had a lot of adults, some older adults. It was definitely a range of people. We did have people who did bring their younger children, and they were really scared, and we still had fun scaring them, even though I think one of them started to cry. And we still didn't stop scaring them. That sounds really bad, but it's my job.
Oh my God.
Good job, Victoria.
That's so funny. You sound like you're loving this, Victoria, like scaring people.
This has been really an escape. So theater shows in general, I love doing theater, but theater shows in general, they can be an escape, but at the same time, they still give me a percentage of stress because I do have to play a character in a specific way. This has not given me any stress at all. This has actually taken all of my stress away for this month, especially because I'm focusing on school, focusing on graduating, and this has just been really an escape for me, and something that I don't even have to worry about. I just get to yell at people, essentially.
Wow, how cool is that? That's really, really cool that it's actually relieving your stress and having you, letting you have a good time and have fun too. So that's really awesome.
I noticed that I feed off of their fear.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's kind of like feeding off the audience reaction or the audience applause and audience reaction and energy. So that's really, really cool. Wow. What has this experience taught both of you? This process, this experience, this event, have you learned anything through this?
I'd say it's taught me a lot of perseverance because we did have a change of venue. We've gone through a few minor injuries, and our safety, of course, is very important as well to Nina and our other directors and things. But yeah, I would say it's taught me a lot of perseverance and just going for it, and also allowing myself to be wild, because a lot of the times I'm very reserved. I'm a very reserved person. So this has just let me out of my own personal cage and box, and I'm just allowing myself to be free and be weird and scare people and not worry about any of their judgments or anything like that.
Wow, awesome. What about you, Nina?
I love that answer. No, actually, what's interesting, I actually really agree with Victoria. I think the biggest thing that I have learned throughout this entire process was perseverance, because of the amount of issues and turmoils and a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we have had to go through, a lot of drama and things of that matter. And I think prior to this whole experience, I don't think I've ever tested myself to that extent. But because this is the first time I'm having a position like this, the production manager. So it's been definitely, scary at times. I mean, not scary, just intimidating. It's been intimidating at times, but perseverance. Yeah, like, wow, I did that. Like, it's just like great to see the product finally all coming together after the amount of hard work that the crew and I have gone through.
Congratulations, because I could imagine putting on an event like this, the size of your event that you're putting on during a pandemic is not easy, and trying to make it fun and accessible to the public is not easy, and having to deal with government, regulations and COVID safety and all of that is so not easy in this day and age. So congratulations to you guys for putting this on, offering this to the community, making it safe, making it fun, making it scary, all the things people want and love and need right now. So that's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
I hope
you.
more people will be able to come and check it out, but it sounds like if your first night is any indication, it sounds like people are hungry for something like this, an event like this, and that they so need something like this, something to let loose, to be fun, to get scared in a different way from COVID.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and just enjoy themselves and have entertainment and challenge themselves. Because it's challenging not only on a scary level, but also with the escape challenges too. So that's kind of fun.
Mhm.
So
100%.
I hope more people will take advantage and check it out. All the college students, anybody out there, families with teens and middle schoolers and up, and anybody who wants to come check it out. So $25 a person, military discounts, and they can go do they have to pre-register or anything before they go, or can they just show up?
Yeah, so pre-orders are preferred, right? It's just less, transaction between us and the customer, just trying to maintain COVID safe. So pre-orders are preferred. We do offer walk-ups, though, but like I said, pre-orders are preferred.
So how would they pre-order? How would they register for it?
Right. So when you are booking, you're actually booked for a 30-minute time slot. And within that 30-minute time slot, we allow a maximum booking of 35 people. So basically, if you come right at the time that you're designated for. Otherwise, you could potentially be waiting throughout that 30-minute increment time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So come as soon as possible. But
Mhm.
where can they sign up? Is it on a website, or where do they go to pre-register?
Yeah, so they can go to www.hauntedtrolleyhi.com, and then just right there says order tickets. You could just click it. It takes you to the ticket page, and then you can book through Fair Harbor. It's a relatively easy process. You can also find us on Eventbrite. I believe our dates are still showing up on there. So
Okay, so on Eventbrite and through hauntedtrolleyhi.com. Hauntedtrolleyhi.com. Are you guys on social media at all? Facebook,
we
Instagram,
are.
Twitter, any of that?
We are on Facebook, TikTok,
Nice.
and Instagram. Yep.
Under Haunted Trolley Graveyard?
It's Haunted Trolley HI on Instagram, and then everything else is Haunted Trolley Graveyard.
Yes.
Got it. Hauntedtrolleyhi.com is the website to register, or Eventbrite, and also where to find you on Instagram, Haunted Trolley HI. And for all the other TikTok, Facebook, and other social media, it's Haunted Trolley Graveyard.
Correct.
Got it. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm so excited about this event. I don't know if I'm brave enough to go through it. I've got to get up my courage to go through it. Okay, I want to ask you, what's the scariest experience either of you have had? Well, especially if it's Halloween related. Let's say Halloween related, but it could be anything too.
Okay, well, I personally can't think of any Halloween related, but I guess I can think of one with a spider, since that's my biggest fear. One time I was in the passenger seat, driving to a shopping center, and I was singing along to an Adele song, and I don't like listening to that song anymore because of psychologically I was conditioned to not like that song because of this experience. And a sugarcane spider had crawled up the side of my window. Luckily, it was on the outside of my window, but I didn't know that at the time because all I did was I looked to my right and this giant spider, probably the size of my hand, I'm not exaggerating because you know how big sugarcane spiders can get, was on the side of my window. And I screamed so loud that the person driving almost swerved. And I unbuckled my seatbelt while we were still moving and had to climb to the back of the car while I was crying. And I had to tell the driver that I had to look at it so that I could see if it was outside of the car. Luckily it was. And we drove fast enough that it ended up flying out of the car. But I still made the driver inspect the outside of the car before I would get out. So that is my traumatizing spider experience.
Yeah, that's scary. Oh my gosh. If you're like deathly afraid of them and it's right there by your face against on the glass, that would freak me out. So yeah, oh my gosh. What about you, Nina? What's your scariest experience?
So Halloween related, this is actually the one I was referencing when I was 12 years old. I went through my parents had the bright idea to take me through the Universal Studios horror nights or something like that. And that traumatized me.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was not popping. I was just crying the whole night to my mom. And then of course, when they see you getting more and more scared, the more and more they try to like, harass you. So I'm like screaming and crying. And like, there's this guy with a bloody chainsaw just like up in my, like,
Oh my God.
yeah. So that's literally the last time I went into any haunted house related thing was that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, mine's is at Disneyland at the Haunted Tower. I think that's or Haunted Mansion, whatever it's called. I think they still
Oh,
have
okay.
that. But
Mhm.
one of I was a kid and I maybe around 12-ish, I think. I
Mhm.
just freaked out in that, like freaked out because the first part of it is that it's like you're in an elevator, but you don't know that you're
Mhm.
in an elevator, and then it's taking you down and then everything is stretching, and that just freaked me out as a kid. And then the rest of the ride is actually pretty cool. You're in this like almost like tram that goes through and you're seeing ghosts dance and all kind of stuff. It's actually pretty cute. But I was still freaked out from the beginning part of the elevator stretching thing that I was just a wreck for the
Like, no.
rest of it. Yeah, so I can relate to that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So, if people are hesitant to come to your event because maybe they're afraid of going out because of COVID, or maybe they're like me and if they're afraid to get scared, how can you reassure them that it's fun, it's safe, and they should try to check it out?
Right, of course. So as I mentioned earlier, all of the COVID-19 guidelines we're doing. On top of that, every single challenge that people may come in contact with and touch, we actually direct our actors to go and sanitize those objects.
Oh,
Every single round, yeah. So that's a lot of wipes and sanitation, spray bottles and such. And also, if you think you're too scared to come, I can assure you this is much more than a haunted house because we do have the escape aspect of it, but really this is just a night. Like you can make this just a night full of fun because it has you walk through the whole attraction with the escape things, and then after you can go and have some drinks and have food with your friends and just hang out. So we really wanted, I think that's what we wanted to make like our niche, is that we're more than a haunted house, right? Like we are the escape aspect, we have the food and drinks you can go enjoy. What do you have to say about that, Victoria?
One thing that I've noticed is that even after people get really scared, they'll start to laugh either at each other or at themselves. So I think the adrenaline one is really good for you, to get that release and then to get that stress release.
that's a good
And then
point.
also you end up laughing afterwards. You end up actually having a lot of fun, and you will be still scared and you'll try to laugh to comfort yourself or laugh to comfort others. But either way, it's still releasing a whole lot of different stress release chemicals in your brain. It's releasing your adrenaline and it's releasing your stress, and then even the laughing will also release any sadness that you may be feeling or any other outside. You're just only focused on this, so it's releasing any outside worries at that present moment. And I've also had to try to reassure some professors to try to get them to come, because a lot of them are very hesitant. So I'm trying to be like, oh, you can come with your friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you'll get to see me and your other students at work and how we can interact with you when we recognize you and things like that. So yeah.
That's really cool. And I love that point, because I think people need to hear that, you know, you need that adrenaline rush and you need that release. And for many people, it's been a long, almost 2 years with everything that's going on. And to have that event and access and opportunity for an event like this is definitely a stress reliever in a lot of ways, even though it may be anxiety provoking for some of us, but in a good way, in a positive way, in a good way, in a fun way. And that release afterwards, having gone through it, is probably going to be feel so great. So that's really, really good to hear. I think people need to hear that. I'm so glad you're encouraging your professors too, because then they can see you guys in character, improvising, and all of that. So yeah, that's so perfect. Okay, so this Friday, Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. 12 years old and up at Sea Life Park. Do you guys touch anybody? Is there no touching, or is no?
We're not allowed to touch any of the people that come through. They're not allowed to touch us.
Okay, so no touching. So that's a relief for people who might be worried about that. Like, they're going to touch me and I don't want to be touched. Okay, so no touching. Do you separate people? You know, like some haunted houses, they like, you go in with your friends and then all of a sudden they like separate you.
So at the first challenge, one thing we do tend to do is kind of split the group in half. We end up wanting one group to be at the box so they can be trying to like mess with the combination, and we want the other group to be at the actual game so that they can try to figure out what the combination is and then tell the people at the box. We do try to split them up in that way, and also so that we can get more scares in between the groups because there's less people in half. But there have been some groups that are like, we're not splitting up, we don't trust you. And so they end up going to the challenge together. And it's been fun either way. Yeah, and
That's
then, yeah,
cool.
there's no touching. We just end up sneaking up towards them. But we make sure to allow a little bit of space so they don't trip over us or so they don't get touched at all.
Nice, nice. Oh, so it sounds like even if you try to get them to separate, it's not forced in a way where they still have some autonomy, where they still can choose. So that's kind of cool. Okay, that's nice. All right, so this Friday, Saturday, starting at 7, and then next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Halloween. Any special or different things that are going to happen on Halloween night? Or is it the same experience?
The crew and I are coming up with something secret. It is to be determined. Yes, we might twist the ending a little bit, or maybe add some special treats for people to come, but it's a secret, so you'll have to find out.
Okay, and Halloween night starts at 7 as well.
Correct.
Okay, so Halloween night might have some extras. Might have some special things. You never know. Okay, all right, cool. That is way cool. Very good to know. Okay, so 7 p.m. till about 11:30, Friday, Saturday, next 2 weekends, and Halloween night with some possible special extras. So you guys got to go check it out. Go to hauntedtrolleyhi.com and reserve your tickets. Purchase your tickets, reserve your tickets. It's outdoors. It's at Sea Life Park. You can go to the lounge after for drinks and food, you said, right? And hang out. For the lounge, is that 18 and over, or anybody can go to the lounge?
Anybody can go in the lounge. Like I said, you just have to provide proof of vaccination or the negative COVID-19 test. But anyone's allowed. But obviously, if you want to order some alcoholic beverages, then you do have to be 21 up.
Yeah, okay, got it. And that's for the lounge side. For your event, they just have to wear their face mask, no testing or
Correct.
vaccination required. So that's
Correct.
really great too. So people don't have to have anxiety about that either. Anybody can come, all access. Just wear your face mask and come down. So that's awesome. You can find them on Instagram, Haunted Trolley HI, on Facebook, on TikTok, go to Haunted Trolley Graveyard. So there is a story then, or some kind of theme or story with your event that is unfolding as you go through the event, right?
Yes.
That's kind of cool. So there is some
Yeah.
kind of ending to the story at the end.
There is. Yes, correct.
Oh, that's really fascinating and cool. Who came up with the story?
My dad actually.
Wow. Now, is your dad
Yeah.
experienced with haunted houses?
No, none of us do.
Wow, but he came up with the story and the idea and is the mastermind behind it.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice. How has he liked the process and the outcome? And last night, how was his experience?
So he's actually acting in it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yes.
cool.
Yeah. So I know he's definitely tired. That's one thing for sure. But also I know he said he really enjoyed it. He loves scaring people. His position actually, no, never mind. I don't want to give anything away.
Okay.
You have to come and find out because he's essential to the storyline.
Okay, got it.
But he definitely enjoys it. And then from the feedback we hear from everyone else, everyone seems to really enjoy it. So yeah.
That's so cool. Sounds like this is something that you guys might be able to do every year. Do you think you'll do it after this year? You'll do it again? And do you think you might do other kinds of events for different holidays or different things?
Yeah, so this is definitely something that I think we want to make yearly. And then also Waikiki Trolley is doing a Christmas event, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on all of the details, but I know for sure that they have tours that will go and you'll see the Christmas city lights. But yeah. But outside of that, we're actually trying to come up with something similar, but it's still up in the air. That's something that actually right after this next weekend we're going to be discussing with our creative team to come up with something for Christmas, hopefully, and make it a yearly thing.
That's cool. Oh, go ahead, Victoria.
Sorry. One of my cast members, we were actually talking about doing something for Christmas with this same company, kind of like a haunted house, but cheery instead. And my castmate called it a winter wonderland. So kind of something like a walkthrough where you could still have cast members and interacting. And even it could maybe be also an escape challenge, but less like less scary, obviously, and something just more for children and as well as their parents. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking about.
Wow, that's something to look forward to. So if people follow you as the Haunted Trolley Graveyard on any of these social media, would they be able to hear about your upcoming events as well?
They should be able to.
Excuse me, sorry.
So, bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
sorry.
So, no, you're good. So as well as the Haunted Trolley account, we also have our main Waikiki Trolley account, and that's actually where they're all intertwined, they're all connected. But that's where you'll find the main events for all of our holiday occasions.
Oh, got it. So they can just follow Waikiki Trolley.
Correct, yeah.
And I just recently tried to book the Waikiki Trolley because I didn't realize you could rent the trolley for events and stuff too, as transportation for groups and stuff. I mean, I know people have done it for project graduations and stuff, but yeah, I was actually just trying to book it for my group for a Halloween event.
Nice.
So people should know they can rent the Waikiki Trolley and use it for youth groups, or parties or all kinds of things. So that's awesome. I didn't realize your company is local and local family owned. That's awesome. We should definitely be supporting the Waikiki Trolley and all that you guys do. And thank you for putting on this event. And I hope people can go to it and check it out. It sounds so much fun. Even though I'm a scaredy cat, I'm kind of intrigued by this. I love the escape
I know.
challenge thing. It sounds fun, but Victoria's gonna scare me so hard. And
I will.
she's such a good, talented actress that I know I'm gonna get freaked out. So, be gentle. Be gentle. I'm gonna be scared already.
I'm not gonna lie. If I recognize you, I don't wear my glasses, obviously, so I haven't been recognizing people quite as much. But if I do see your face and I recognize you, I will specifically target you to scare you. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, danger. Okay, danger. Oh, but that's gonna make it fun though, I know. And if you're with friends and everything, it'll be a fun experience. All right, so the Haunted Trolley Graveyard at Sea Life Park. Walk-ins are acceptable, but you prefer them registering and purchasing tickets in advance. You sold out last night, so it's better if they can get their tickets in advance so that they can ensure to come through. And show up at the time you selected for when you purchased your ticket. Don't show up late, show up on time or a little before your time, right? And tours start at, I'm calling it tours, I don't know what groups start at 7 p.m. till 11:30 p.m. ish. Friday, Saturday nights for the next 2 weekends and Halloween night for the extras. Go to hauntedtrolleyhi.com or hit them up on Instagram, Haunted Trolley HI, or on Facebook, Haunted Trolley Graveyard, or TikTok, Haunted Trolley Graveyard. What do you put on your TikToks? Do you guys have your cast like doing anything?
It's actually a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I'm not in charge of the TikTok. I'm in charge of the Facebook and Instagram. I'm not in charge of the TikTok side.
I'm gonna go follow you on Instagram right now, right after.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm gonna find you on Facebook too. Okay, so I don't have TikTok, but I'll find you on Facebook and Instagram. So
okay.
Awesome. Oh, good luck and best wishes for ultimate success on this endeavor. It sounds like you guys are off to an amazing start. Thank you so much, Victoria, for reaching out to me so I could hear about it and share with anybody who's out there who's listening, getting to see this now in the live or later. How's it, everybody? I miss you. I miss you guys. I hope you all are healthy, safe, and well. And I hope you guys will check it out. It sounds like so much fun. Sea Life Park, Haunted Trolley Graveyard. Go check it out. You got 2 more weekends only. So go get your tickets, hauntedtrolleyhi.com, and go get your tickets now. Is it possible that you guys are going to sell out? That's possible, right?
Yeah, next Saturday, we're actually almost sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So people need to get online now and get their tickets now, because as it gets closer to Halloween, it's going to sell out, I think. But Victoria, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, we're expecting another all-nighter. Our cast works really hard, and like we said earlier, we really persevere. Last night we did go 2 hours over the time we were expected to end, and we still kept the energy up, and we never died down at all. So definitely still come, even if they're sold out online. I would suggest coming and getting in line to get a walk-up ticket, because we will still keep going. We want to have you guys have fun.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know what? That's a lot of energy. You guys don't get breaks, right? As the cast.
We do. We didn't last night because we did have a lot of groups to go through, but we do usually get about a 15-ish to 20-minute break. And it's just we always have water with us, and we also have a lot of our crew coming to check on us and making sure that we have water throughout the event, which is really helpful, because a lot of times we will try to push ourselves past our limit, and our crew will make sure that we're okay, that we're not feeling dehydrated or feeling anything wrong with us. And if we do need to take a break, we're allowed to go and take our little break. We are allowed to go to bathroom breaks and things like that. So yeah, our safety has been really a priority to Nina and Josh, and as well as the rest of the crew. So they have been keeping in touch with us while we're working.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because I mean, even just 7 to 11 is like 4 hours already. And that's tremendous energy that you're putting out there to scare people and be in character, improvise, work with all these groups. And if you're going like a couple hours more, all the way to like 1:30 a.m., you know, that's like, you know, 6 hours straight working, no break, going, scaring people, a lot of energy. Props to your cast and crew and for all that you do. Because I mean, even if we're actors in a play is what, 2 hours, if that, with an intermission. So that's a lot of props to you guys for doing that and working so hard to bring this event to the public and the community. So thank you. Thank you. But any last things to share about your event that people should know?
Come on down.
Yeah.
Come on down to see what we have to offer.
Yes, please come get scared, release that adrenaline, release all your stress.
100%.
Come get scared, have fun. All right. Thank you so much, Nina and Victoria. Thank you for coming on and doing this. And I hope a lot of people will check you guys out. Haunted Trolley Graveyard at Sea Life Park. So exciting. So exciting. Escape challenge with a haunted experience. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think it's gonna be awesome. It is awesome. Props to all of you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys will check it out. hauntedtrolleyhi.com. Get your tickets now because I think it's gonna sell out. hauntedtrolleyhi.com. By the way, is the parking free over there? They usually have a big parking lot, right, at Sea Life Park?
Yes, unfortunately, there is a $5 fee for parking.
Okay, just to know. So it's a $5 parking fee. Okay, not bad. Okay, good to know. But it's still a great event and military discount. So all the military people should check it out too. Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Check out the Haunted Trolley Graveyard the next 2 weekends, Friday and Saturdays, and Halloween night for something special. Might be extra. That night is going to sell out fast. So you guys better get your tickets. So, all right. Aloha. Have a safe and happy Halloween. I will not be on next Sunday because I am going to be going back and doing the live on YouTube for Hawaii Children and Youth Day. Shout out to CYD. It is Hawaii Children and Youth Month this month, and there are many activities, videos, a keiki card thing that you can play to earn a goodie bag for kids of all ages. You just got to go to hawaiicyd.org for that and tune in to our live YouTube show hosted by 10-year-old Zoe Ka'aihui next Monday. I believe that's October 25th at 7 p.m. on YouTube under the Hawaii Children and Youth Day channel. And you'll see our live last show for Hawaii Children and Youth Day. And we have our TV special this coming Saturday on KGMB at 2 o'clock, 1 hour special produced by Hawaii News Now, KGMB at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So check that out. But go to the website, check out under activities. There's a ton of keiki videos for educational stuff, really interesting stuff put out by all kind of community organizations. And then under activities, there's also entertainment videos from all youth people around Hawaii that submitted videos of them performing. So you could check out all these kids performing, youth, teens. It's a really cool thing. So go to hawaiicyd.org. And don't forget to get your tickets for the Haunted Trolley Graveyard. Yeah, hauntedtrolleyhi.com. All right, mahalo. Stay safe. Aloha.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.